Alright, just gonna do a quick little video on my KLR. I lost another subframe bolt, so I had to replace it. This is a lower subframe bolt. Pretty common with these. I found this was rattling away. And that's the extracted one. So what happened is the head broke off, and I had to drill it out and do a reverse extraction. Went very well. Got it all back together. I did have to take this crash bar off, and let me tell you, it's a lot easier with the dirt racks, because you got the two bolts on the front there, and you've already got the one broken bolt. You don't have to lift your seat, lift your tank, go all through that with the SWs, Motex. Anyway, I've been always got to go around this bike. I actually had to mess with my muffler clamp. Was never tightened properly, and the rubber degraded, and that was a whole other bag of issues. I got another rubber for it. Oh yeah, I got this kind of rally style tall windshield. I don't know what you call it, rally. It's not a Dakar, but it's like it's hard to see in this light. The sun's starting to shine through, but it's a taller windshield. Got the extension. I'm working on that. It does take a lot of buffeting off the top of my helmet. I'm going to charge these batteries and do a way better walk around video this week on my day off, but I actually had to put my signals tighter in, and I actually prefer having the wide signals because this is a commuter bike, you're more visible, and when you have these longer signals and they kind of bounce a bit on this bike, it gives them a bit of play. These are these really long stanchions. I think that's like a 3-inch stanchion. But it really shows traffic where you're going. At least makes you more visible. Gives you the best chances out there, especially being a commuter bike. But the old ones on the front were just brittle and sun beat. That's them, and then this is the other one. This is held together with, as you can see, hose clamps and bolts or screws. So I had the short ones that the original owner, last owner had, and I actually put those on. And doing the windshield this week, I decided, sorry, the Yamaha's a little in the way. I decided to take everything off actually a second time when I did this. I had to anyways, but I actually went in through here, make sure everything was plugged in. I pulled all of this apart. I found a lot of loose stuff that I couldn't get to just from the outside, and I really tightened it down again, and big beautiful dorky windshield. I just found that these things are they're really maintenance intensive. This bike's maintenance intensive, so just like a word of caution. When you start hearing ringing and pinging and dinging, extra buzzing, things like that, don't just assume it's part of the bike. Really go through it. Like I said, I'm going to get a better video out in the open on this bike later on this week once my, batteries are all charged up and I can get a ride on my day off without the kids. But I heard the ringing sound from the old SW Motex, and what I found was they were broken and they were just rattling apart in the upper subframe bolt under here, and they was just clanging away, making a chime, right? And I started hearing that again, and it was this guy here was broken. So yeah, I did the extraction and it went very well. But be real careful, because these things will fall apart on you. It's a cheap bike, and it'll fall apart on you on the highway, man. They'll just be rolling around if you're not paying attention. You just think, oh, that buzzing in there. Well, that was the other side of these, which hold down the bracket, which this leans against, and which holds this to shape. So that bracket was loosening off, and you can't get to it because there's a cover, and then those bolts there, you got to go through things. So you do have to spend your time on these and spend your time on them properly. So I got a radiator coming in on this bike because the collar, I don't have my flashlight, sorry. Here's the cap, but the collar has been leaking, and I better back up because this is going to get really grainy. This video is going to get very grainy very fast. But The rad's on its way. I think it's coming from Florida. And then the carb's going to come out. So it's running a little too lean. And it's been melting the fender. So that's not cool, and I'm done with that. So, I also tucked my license plate and brought it up. It's higher up. It's not like tucked, but it was really low before, and now it's just got less to vibrate. Like it was vibrating down there like that. Now it's just making the bike more solid here, solid on the signals, and tightened everything up after doing the windshield this week. I took it off again, but it's gone through it after having a broken lower subframe bolt on the other side. So anyways, yeah, these things are maintenance intensive, and this is a really crammed in video with all the junk on it and everything, but I'm going to get you guys a better video on it. And then here's the Yamaha, my little cruiser, just chilling there, just looking badass. This thing is just such a champ, this little thing. My little Virago with the Mini 8 Z-Bar thingamajiggies on it. It's just she's looking like she got a little attitude there. She just wants to go for a ride. This thing is runs like a clock. I love this thing. I'm just in love with what this bike has done for me. But anyways, back to the KLR. Yeah, maintenance intensive. Stay on them. Might be a thing you want to stay away from if you're not mechanical at all or handy. And have patience with them. So that's the Warhorse right now, but we'll get you a better video on the Warhorse, cleaner outdoor video where the batteries aren't about to run out. So we'll go through it again. Oh yeah, I did order some tool bags to go here, so my tools are under my tail bag, and I have a jacket in there, and it's actually kind of a pain in the butt because I actually go for those tools every couple weeks. My exhaust rattled loose here at the clamp, the mid clamp here, and I didn't have the right tools, but I was reaching for it. So what I'm thinking is, so I bought these tool bags that'll go on these bars here, on the crash bars, and they're in the mail. So they'll be a couple weeks yet, so I don't think I'll have them in yet when I do my review, but basically I am going to get you guys a better review on every little thing I've done and how I'm liking this bike. So I think I'm going to end it there. I'm just going to get another look at the Yamaha. Oh yeah. Alright, that's enough for that.